Well, hello and welcome back, everybody. We are looking at doing video number 2. I am sitting out here just kind of enjoying a little bit of a warmer day. It's very cloudy and stuff, as you could see, but it's still warm. It's like 60 degrees, so warm enough to ride. So I figured I'd come out and I would shoot a second video. I have a idea that I want to talk about today, and this time I took notes. So this way I will hopefully be able to stay on topic a little better and be able to flow, I guess, a little bit better. I appreciate everybody that has come and watched those first video, and honestly, it has done way better than I thought it would. You all have been amazing with that. So just from the bottom of my heart, I greatly appreciate that. And we're going to do a little bit of writing, but I'm just going to kind of talk for a minute, and then we'll get to writing and finish our conversation. So today, the big topic that I really want to talk about is overthinking and overthinkers as a whole. And I know for myself, this hits home very hard. And I know for a lot of you it will too. So there's something that you need to know. Overthinking isn't always a bad thing. There's been a lot of psychological studies done that have tested this and looked at the reason why people overthink and the mindset of overthinkers. And I want you to know it's not a bad thing. So, looking at my notes, so some of the stuff that we look at as overthinkers. So, number 1 is anticipation over reaction. So, on average, humans are reactive creatures. We tend to react to situations versus the overthinker, who is actually proactive towards those things. So we are constantly thinking about what is going to happen, what could happen, or what did happen in the past that made it to where we're in this same situation again. So overthinkers on average are good about anticipating things that are coming because we've looked through all of the outcomes for all the different variances of a decision that we make. Part number 2 is a deeper concern with emotional impact. So, overthinkers, I know you do this because I do this. You have went back and you've thought about a conversation that you've had with a friend or a loved one or someone that you care about, or sometimes even a complete stranger, and you replay that conversation 5 times, 10 times, 15 times over in your head. And you sit there and you think about, what could I have said differently? What could I have done differently? And I do the same thing with text messages. I will reread them and tell myself, what could I have said differently? Or how did they take what I said? It's because us as overthinkers, we have this deep emotional feeling of the way that we impact other people's lives. And honestly, it's a terrific thing about yourself, because you have so much empathy for the way that other people feel. You constantly think about their perspective of how they took something, how they read something, and how they feel about something. That is nothing to feel bad about. All right, I'm going to get the bike started, and we're going to get to riding, and then we will start on the next part of this conversation. So I'm kind of pulling off onto a busy street right here. So I'm going to get going, and then we'll continue this. So kind of playing on the fact that we have deep emotional impacts about things, it's because we also have heightened emotions. Everything that we think and everything that we feel is more extreme than most other people. Now, you've been told your whole life, quit overthinking things, or, oh, you just feel that because you're overthinking. It is not a bad thing, all right? It's not a bad thing to have those heightened emotions. It's not a bad thing to have empathy for people and care about how people feel. I get it. It puts a lot of strain on us, and it puts a lot of stress on our day-to-day living. But a lot of that actually goes into a further thing down the list here of targeted complexity. And that targeted complexity means that we need something to make us feel a certain way. We need things to be more complex. They can't be easy. Overthinkers, we don't take the easy way. We always are thinking about the best way, okay? Because we won't settle for average outcomes. So, the next part, sorry, kind of lost where I was at. Writing and reading, probably not the safest thing to do, so I'm going to tell you all, do not do this. But, from those heightened emotions, we also have deeper brain processing. We dissect experiences, and we have imaginations without direction. Our imagination is so vast, which is why we constantly replay those situations. The situation already happened. The situation's over. And what happened is what happened. But our imagination gets the best of us. And we sit there and we think about what could we be doing differently, or what could we have done differently. And the main reason being is in case it happens again. So that way we know how to anticipate the reactions of the other people. We know how to anticipate those outcomes. And I talked about we have deeper brain processing. The way that our brain processes information and processes material given to us is on such a further complexity than an average person. And again, that's okay. And I do understand that these things put a lot of strain on you. I know myself, they put a lot of strain on me. I work a job that is a pretty high stress job. I'm a project manager for new construction being built. There are a lot of moving parts. There are a lot of people that I am constantly talking to, that I'm dealing with, and going through different scenarios and different situations. Now, on average, overthinkers have a really hard time in this position because the stress is so strong that it causes you to overthink just every single little thing, and it makes it really complicated to be able to be successful at your job, or be successful at this job specifically. Any kind of high stress job is going to be that same way for most overthinkers. And part of it is because society has told us that, well, overthinking is a bad thing. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter what society thinks. It only matters what you think. And there's been enough psychological studies, which for people that don't know this, Psychological studies happen for so many different things to understand human nature, to understand why people do the things that they do. So, having so many psychological studies being done about overthinking and about why people overthink is huge, because that means there must be a reason. And to me, that reason is because society has always deemed overthinking a negative thing, when in all actuality, it could be a very positive thing. And that's what I want you all to focus on. That it's a positive thing. And that just because you're an overthinker, that doesn't mean that you're not intelligent. It's actually the exact opposite. It's probably because you're more intelligent than the average person. I don't want you to think it's because your brain is wired wrong. Your brain's not wired wrong. Your brain is actually wired perfectly fine. Your brain is wired to be more empathetic, to be a better person. And honestly, that's what we need in this world. We need people to care about others, to care about the human race, and to care about why people feel the way they feel. Not constantly be knocking them down for the way that they feel, or the way that they think, or the way that they look, or for so many other reasons why people are negative towards each other. I know a lot of you came over here from my TikTok, and a lot of the videos that I make are to promote love, to promote being kind to other people. And that is honestly something that I truly do live by. You know, I want to be the reason that somebody smiles each day. I want to be the reason that somebody got a good laugh in. And personally, that's some of my main goals each day. We never know the impact that we're going to have on somebody else's life. So why would you not do the things that you can do to where that impact could be positive to whoever it is that comes into your life? Let's have positive impacts on people's lives, not negative. So that's really the big part that I wanted to talk about today. So the takeaway from this for all the overthinkers: 1, it is not a bad thing. 2, there is nothing wrong with you. And 3, you're the people that are going to end up making society better. So keep doing what you do. Keep being yourself. All right, everybody. That's going to be all. I'm going to get through all this traffic and get back to the house. Actually, I think I'm going to go get something to eat first. But, again, I want to appreciate every single one of you from the bottom of my heart and tell you all how much it made my day to see all the positivity in the comments of that first video. So what is it that all the YouTubers say? Make sure you like and subscribe to the video, or to the channel? Yeah, to the channel. My goal is I'm going to try to do at least one video every week, depending on my job and depending on the weather and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to try to do one a week, I have no idea which day I'm going to post them. I will probably post on my TikTok whenever I do post a YouTube video, just so that you'll know when to be able to come and watch it. Yeah, I guess you can do the little bell notification, but if you're like me, I don't like notifications on my phone. I don't like all that stuff popping up all the time, so I don't have notifications on. So I'm gonna post just a little short video on TikTok saying that I uploaded a new video each time that I do it. So thank you all very, very much. You all have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you next time.